September 17, 2014. Letter 2. Help save Nazim's life. Attention of Bradford Teaching Hospital Foundation Trust, Bradford Royal Infirmary Hospital. You have asked me to write into you, and I have done so, yet you fail to engage with me. I am exasperated with your complacency and silence on this urgent matter, making you fully complicit in the design of my brother's murder. My brother, Mr. Nazim Hussain, is truly a miracle man. He fell from a 2-story building onto concrete and broke every single bone in his body and still survived. He picked up MRSA in his leg from your hospital in 2003, and he still survived for well over a decade when others have long since perished away. The Bradford City Council, who are victimizing me on a different matter, have decided that my brother's life is no longer economically viable and have been looking to find an effective way to terminate his life for the last 6 months. 3 separate deliberate attempts have been made at the nursing home to give him fluids orally with the aim of murdering him and pinning the blame onto me or other family members. The first attempt was made on Sunday, 20th of July 2014. When my brother was admitted under suspicious circumstances with a completed do not resuscitate form filled in without the consent or involvement of family members. To date, I am being prevented from learning further details about how this circumstance occurred. Several attempts were made to discharge him back to the nursing home without my involvement, as you look to find effective ways to remove my rights to act in his best interest. You finally unilaterally discharged him back to the nursing home on Friday, 8th of August 2014, against objections by me, my mother, and my other brother, and forced this decision on us. We pleaded with you that no family member had consented to this decision, and that we don't feel it is in his best interest, as we feared the nursing home would once again attempt to put his life in danger. The second attempt was made, just 2 days later on Sunday, 10th of August 2014, under exactly the same circumstances, fluid on his lungs after being orally fed. Once again he was discharged back to the nursing home, this time with the involvement of an IMCA representative to act in the best interest of my brother. Why exactly there was a need for the council to commission the involvement of an IMCA representative remains very dubious, given the fact that my brother has several family members able to advocate on his behalf, not least myself. The net effect of the IMCA report commissioned by the council was to remove me from acting as Nazim's next of kin. The legality of this is very circumspect. To date I have not received any formal notice that I am not my brother's next of kin, but the effects are that I can no longer act on his behalf, and his daughter, I believe, now has taken on this role. This is clearly not in the interest of my brother, but to help ensure your paperwork is correctly maintained. I will be looking to question why my delusional, misguided and gullible niece has been roped into this role without the full involvement and the awareness of other family members. Once again my brother was unilaterally discharged back on Tuesday, 12th of August 2014, to the nursing home that we as a family would not have ever consented to. The third attempt was made 26 days later on Sunday, 7th of August 2014, under exactly the same circumstances. This time the matter was reported to the police that someone had deliberately given him fluids orally. If you and others are now looking to promote the narrative that my brother was just a very ill person who died of pneumonia, then you're going to have to explain one very startling fact. Why is it that his pneumonia strikes of Sunday evening at around the same time, late evening? A time when the hospital is at its lowest staffing level, and his admission is at its highest risk level. I am told by my mother that my brother was very weak over the weekend, but he has now pulled through and managed to regain consciousness, and has opened his eyes. Given that he is not dying of pneumonia, you have decided to put him on a pathway to remove his sustenance. This is not acceptable. Neither I nor his own mother wants you to terminate his life like this. You should do everything in your power to help him stay alive. If he has survived so far and pull through it all, he should be given every chance for life. My brother has a human right to life that you are now deliberately taking away from him under the toxic influence of the council. I once again plead and urge you not to kill my brother. If this matter is pressed upon, then I will not allow his murder to be covered up and forgotten like so many others. You still have time to prevent the termination of his life. Please act with good conscience, and take the necessary steps to secure his well-being. He doesn't want to die, he doesn't have to die like this. By Mr. S. Hussain.